Welcome to Cameron House Marina. My name's Ruben. I'm the sales manager here at Marine Sales Scotland. This is a 2007 Monterey 250 sports cruiser. Now typically these are powered by big 5.7 litre, 5 litre Mercruiser V8 petrol engine, horrendous in fuel, but you do get good performance. This one is powered by a Volvo Penta D4 diesel engine. Now it's got loads of torque on it, so the motion of the ocean is not a problem. You've got plenty of power to get up, cut through the waves and get to where it is you need to be. You've got a dual prop drive system on the back, not at work, exactly where we all want to be. You can see as well, we've got lights on the underside of the swim platform that reflect into the water. They look very, very nice indeed at night. Now on top, there's a solar panel that is built into the canopy, so that keeps the batteries trickle fed if you don't have access to shore power, or if you are out in the water for, say example, 4 or 5 nights without hookup. A great value for money cruiser, especially due to the spec on board. At the transom here, we've got an extended swim platform that's covered in flexi teak that is consistent all the way throughout the cockpit. You've got your reboarding ladder, then your davits if you want to put a tender in the back here. Tow and eye, now as I said, it is very torquey, so there is plenty of capability to get a skier or to get someone on a donut away and on the plane. Can you get a donut on the plane? I don't know. Then we have our transom hot and cold shower at the back also. Let's take a little look inside. So the cockpit arrangement works very, very well in here. Big chaise lounge on the port side, cup holders just there, double forward and back lounger there, and then a very large aft bench here. Table's removable because your engine bay access is under this hatch here, and you can also turn that into a day bed should you want to. Canopies are nice and taut, watertight, that's what you want to see, and then it's all serviced by the Cockpit Wet Bar. So that consists of our Igloo cool chest speaker there for the onboard stereo, and then we've got this grab rail that goes the entire way around in case you do encounter tough seas. Cold water sink, and then a drawer with a drain on the bottom so you can pop ice in there if you're up for making cocktails. It's always nice to have a look at something from a different angle. So you can see there we've got another speaker here, and then twin cup holders underneath also. Access out onto the bow. You just need to close the door over, up, open up the forward hatch. You can get out there to access the remote spotlight and also the electric anchor winch. Now what we can do with this is we can drop it down, it turns into a day bed. Whip the canopies off, great place to lie down. Look how the bolster actually flips up to act as a headrest here. Good thinking, still plenty of space for someone to sit there also. Perfect. Now with that back up and the bolster back up, let's take a look at the wonderful arrangement that we have here. So we've got a Cobra Marine VHF with GPS and DSC built in. Then we've also got trim tabs. We've also got a bow thruster, which is something that you don't tend to find on a boat of this size. There is no delamination on the dash here at all. All the gauges work as they should. Now navigation wise, well, the best thing is probably the Mark 1 eyeball, but should you want to add a plotter, you can do that. It's already pre-wired and pre-rigged, so you have your power source right there. Electric anchor winch, as I mentioned, out on the bow. There's another solar panel there to trickle feed the batteries, and then you've got fender baskets both port and starboard side. You can just nip up there should you want to get a little bit of sun. It is quite a nice day here, a nice late summer's day. Without further ado, let's take a look downstairs. So the saloon really well utilises the volume of space that you have aboard the boat. Every single last inch is thought out, and there's loads of amenities here. So we've got our galley, which consists of electric hob. We've got our microwave there as well, gas-fired oven. That was a retrofit, but it's a lovely thing because it means you don't have to rely on your 220, 240 volt shore power. Hot and cold stainless steel sink. You've then got your storage drawers just above, 1, 2, another one there, and else another one just round here too. 12 volt master switchboard, 220 volt shore power switchboard as well, and then our Sony stereo system. Fridge with a freezer compartment just tucked away underneath the galley. That's very clean and rust free. And then if we look forward, it's bright, it's spacious. Monterey's as well by trade just seem to be quite dry boats, so you don't have any evidence of the headlining sagging here, and no dampness from any of the hatches or the windows. Now you've got a diesel heating system on board for those cold winter nights. You can see the duct there from which the warm air will blow out. You've also got storage that goes around the entirety of this area here. One of the lockers on show here, for example, nice and clean, very wide as well. Table drops down to form another berth, should you want it. And if I jump up the back here, you can see we've got wired into the 12-volt battery system, Ferguson 12-volt television. So that is on a swing, so you can turn it round so everyone sat around you here can get eyes on, can look. And it's also just nice to see the headline of the boat, the finer details, mould, mildew free. Window is free from staining as well. Now up at the headboard you can see you've got both of your speakers inbuilt into the bow. We'll drop this down, turn this into the bed, show you what this berth looks like. Now I'd probably actually just use this, put the cushions down if I just wanted to sit and watch the TV right there, because it really makes for a comfy pad. The cushions are very soft and supple, the foam's really nice and thick on them, so it is comfortable if you do have extra guests staying and you want to put them up at the bow here. We'll move on with the rest of the boat. Fantastic. So you can imagine at night time with these lights off, with the blackout blind on the escape hatch, those LEDs will make quite the difference. Into the heads compartment, so you've got a pump flush sea toilet. There is also a waste tank fitted to the boat as well. There is your shower faucet, so you will pull the head out, clip it on there, pull the curtain across. You know what that does, turns this into a wet head. Grab handle there as well, and then you've got shelved storage up along the back and a window to ventilate. Very tidy. And then into the master accommodation. So lots of length. I like how, of course, you do tend to find it is typical of these sports cruisers. They have stepped the hull, so it's not claustrophobic. If you're lying there, you're not looking straight up at that, especially if you put a mattress topper on this. But there's loads of space. It's very clean in here, and the insulation does a good job of keeping you warm. Window there as well, should you need it. And the mattress is free from any signs of damp. Window for ventilation and light. The overall feeling in the boat is just one of cleanliness. It's clean, there's no damp on it, it smells fresh, the carpets are clean. All there is to really do is look at the engine. She's powered by a Volvo Penta D4225 diesel engine. Everything's really accessible. Your filters are there, your dipsticks there, your water strainers there, and there's plenty of space if you want to get in on the starboard side there and access ECU or anything, the alternator that is right next to you. Very, very clean. Now the old Monterey logo was more than a boat, a way of life. What else would you do when you're not at work? Think of many things, they involve this. I'm Ruben from Marine Sales Scotland, where fun in the water begins.